Welcome to the Halifax Lancers final performance of the 2025 musical ride. We are offering barn tours and pony rides later on, and we just please note that closed-toed shoes are required to participate in the pony rides later. Halifax Lancers programming takes place in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. The territory is covered by the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, which Mi'kmaq and Maliseet people first signed with the British Crown in 1725. Lancers are grateful that we are able to live in this place and work with horses, powerful and majestic animals who inspire us and teach us to care about others, think less about ourselves, and respect and cherish nature. We are all treaty people. We also respectfully acknowledge the rich history and legacies of Black and African Nova Scotian communities who have contributed to this territory for over 400 years. Since 1936, Lancers has made horses and riding accessible to children in Halifax. As Canada's only urban non-profit riding school and equine therapy centre, our mission is to build better lives through horses. Lancers owns and cares for 29 of the horses of Halifax who have, for nearly 9 decades, become integral to the athletic, cultural, and historic fabric of Halifax. Our therapeutic, junior, and adult riding programs serve a diverse community of nearly 200 riders aged 6 to 75 plus with varying abilities. We are more than just a riding school. Our therapeutic riding program has been operating since the 1960s, and we also offer equine-supported wellness programs. Youth and adults with physical and intellectual disabilities or mental illness and addictions, and women who have experienced domestic violence, as well as refugee youth, have all benefited from the healing power of horses. We offer many free public events to enable residents and visitors to Halifax to experience the benefits and joy of being with horses. Lancers is also known for our famed youth musical ride, established in 1936, which draws hundreds of people each year to watch performances. Lancers thrives by fostering an environment of teamwork and inclusivity amongst all our riders. Our programs help riders develop confidence, responsibility, community-mindedness, and sustain their physical and mental health. We empower youth, primarily young females, teach leadership, and foster a sense of connection within our city. Throughout today's event, you may see young honor guards, each carrying a riding boot. They will be collecting donations for our Lucy Cuthbertson Memorial Fund to be placed in the boots. This fund was established by the Cuthbertson family to provide support for junior riders with financial need in the form of a bursary. The musical ride began in 1936 by Mr. Dick Zwicker as Canada's first youth equestrian drill team, performing precise, choreographed shapes and figures to music. From both the 16 horses and riders, the musical ride requires great technical skill and ability, but also patience, character, dedication, and determination. We now welcome into the paddock the musical ride Honor Guards. The Honor Guards are made up of some of our newer riders, each of whom is paired with an older rider in the musical ride who acts as their mentor as they work to develop the skills to one day be a rider in the musical ride themselves. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming the horses of Halifax. Again, we would like to acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This year's musical ride includes honor guards, grooms, spares, and riders ranging from ages 9 to 17. These young equestrians have come together with determination and commitment to create something truly special for you today. It's also a showcase of the horses' adaptability and skill. These horses don't just perform the musical ride, they teach hundreds of riders in lessons, provide therapeutic programs, and compete at horse shows across the province. They welcome your applause throughout the performance. And behind the scenes operates a small army of passionate volunteers who help make the ride possible year after year. The hourglass symbolizes the passage of time. Thread the needle, learning how to skillfully navigate through conflict. Clover represents varying schools of thought uniting for a greater purpose. Piper and Emily riding Oakley and Clementine. Ella and Jaden riding Candy and Ava. ratting Merlin and Corey. World travelers who never forget where they come from. Crossing of the quadrants, working together to find our way. The star, small units lending their support to bigger things. The wheel, symbolic of progress.
No. The maze, confusion into which we all lapse sometimes as we look to our leaders to bring us back to our purpose.
Congratulations on a wonderful performance by the 2025 Halifax Lancers musical ride. I will now be passing the mic to the President of the Lancers Board of Directors, Lynn Llewellyn, for a few words.
Hello, I am Lynn Llewellyn, President of the Board of Directors here at Lancers. We are so grateful that you could all be here with us today. Our October open house also serves as a graduation ceremony for our riders in their last year in the junior programs at Lancers. We do this through passing of the Lance tradition. This year, we have an unprecedented number of graduating riders, 11 of whom were in the musical ride today. As a community, we come together to recognize the hours, energy, passion, and love the riders have given to Lancers. As our motto, Docti Dicti says, they have been taught for leadership. They have led the way and instilled so much in their fellow Lancers. We ask that our youngest generation of riders accept the responsibilities that come with the great privilege of working with horses. You are embarking on a journey to build better lives through horses. I will now be passing the mic to Lancers Executive Director and Head Coach, Angie Holt, who will introduce to you the horses and riders of the musical ride.
Thank you, Lynn. It has been such a pleasure working with this group of young riders this year. They've been working hard since early spring to bring this performance to you. This summer they rode in a wonderful Canada Day performance, and just 2 weeks ago the entire show was on the road to perform at Canada's oldest agricultural fair in Hants County. First, I'd like to acknowledge all of our spare riders who showed up to every practice prepared to ride and filled in any time we needed them. In fact, one of the riders you saw today began the year as a spare and just yesterday learned she would be riding today. Great job. Great job to Ella Fury, Sydney Steeves, and Jacqueline Baynon. We look forward to them being in performances next year. The ride would also not be possible without the hard work put in by our honor guards, who also perform the role of groom throughout the year. Now I will ask each of our riders to step forward in turn to pass their lance to an honor guard. Leading our ride today we have Manya Sodi riding Corey. This will be Manya's 10th and final year as a junior rider at Lynx. Manya will be graduating from Citadel High School this year. Manya's dedication to the organization has truly stood out as she embodies so many Lancer values, especially caring for younger Lancers and leading them in their journey. Manya is one of our board monitors and a junior representative on our EDIA committee. Her contributions to Lancers will endure for many years to come. I now ask Annika Compton to please hold the honor of accepting Manya's musical ride lance, which she has carried for 5 years. Our second leader today is Grace Leach riding Merlin. This is Grace's 10th and final year as a junior rider at Lancers. From the first time Grace sat on a horse, she has had a way with them, even when it meant overcoming fears and pushing through challenges. She now carries on through challenges on and off horseback with great confidence, good humor, and grace. No pun intended. Grace will be graduating from Citadel High School this year, and I now ask Zoe Connell to please hold the honor of accepting Grace's musical ride lance, which she has carried for 4 years. Our next leader is Kalia Sylvester, riding Cunningham. This is Kalia's 10th and final year as a junior rider at Lancers. Kalia might be best remembered for her special partnership with Clementine, a relationship years in the making that has helped her navigate through joy, fear, love, accomplishments, disappointments, perseverance, and ultimately trust. Trust in her partner and in herself. Kalia is one of our barn monitors and part of the junior executive. She will be graduating from l'École Secondaire du Sommet this year. I now ask Emma Jordan to please hold the honor of accepting Kalia's musical ride lance, which she has carried for 3 years. Our next leader of this year's ride is James Jakeman, riding Jico. James was in his 9th and final year as a junior rider at Lancers. In an organization led by women and a sport dominated by women and girls, James has had to swallow his pride many times and carry on because of his love of horses. His determination and the joy he gets from understanding the finer nuances of equine communication has led him to be an admirable rider, and he is one of our young instructors at Lancers. James has also spent many years as part of the Lancer Junior Executive. This year he will graduate from Halifax Grammar School. I now ask Russell Woodhall French to please hold the honor of accepting James's musical ride lance, which he has carried for 4 years. Next we have Maya Hokard, riding Fox. Maya will also be graduating this year from J.L. Ilsley High School. This is Maya's 8th year at Lancers. She is a fearless rider who has worked hard to be competitive in this sport. She has been an incredible influence for so many young riders at Lancers who look up to her and have been encouraged by her every step of the way. Maya regularly spends every moment of free time here at Lancers, supporting the horses, her fellow riders, and the program. I now ask Isaac Reed to please accept Maya's musical ride lance, which she has carried for 5 years. Next we have Alex Chisholm riding Vanna, who is also graduated this year from Citadel High School. Alex started at Lancers 8 years ago as a quiet kid who nonetheless was up for any challenge she encountered. She has since grown into a committed rider, a caring friend, the president of Lancers Junior Executive, and most recently, one of our instructors. Many young Lancers have been helped by Alex in so many ways along their journey. I now ask Freya Hartling to please hold the honor of accepting Alex's musical ride lance, which she has carried for 3 years. Next in the ride is Cece Lee, riding Royal, and Cece is not graduating this year. This was Royal's first year participating in the musical ride, and Alice Murray will be accepting her lance. Next we have Jess Jakeman, riding Lily, also not graduating. Jess Jakeman can pass her lance to Lucy Maney. And now we have Jaden Peterson riding Ava. Jaden is in her 8th and final year as a junior rider at Lancers. Jaden has a genuine love of horses and instinctively knows how much they help her grow. She in turn loves to help them and her fellow riders. There is never any doubt of her deep appreciation for being a part of Lancers, and she is so appreciated by everyone around her. Jaden will be graduating from Dartmouth High School this year. I now ask Anna Moraka to accept Jaden's lance, which she has carried for 3 years. And next we have Ella Cowell riding Candy. While Candy is not the oldest horse at Lancers, she is the oldest in the musical ride at 25 years young. This is Ella's 8th and final year as a junior rider at Lancers, and she will be graduating from Halifax Grammar School this year. Ella has always been an enthusiastic rider who gets along well with some of our more sensitive horses. This is Ella's first year in the musical ride. She began the season as a spare rider and only found out yesterday that she would be riding today. She did a wonderful job. I now ask Chloe to please accept Ella's musical ride limits, which she has carried for this weekend. I also want to acknowledge Evelyn Pinnell, who was unfortunately injured yesterday and unable to join us today, but was Candy's rider for most of this year's musical ride. And next we have Emily McLeod riding Clementine, who will be passing her lance to Quinn Himmelman and not graduating either. And we also have Piper Grass, not graduated, riding Oakley, who will be passing her lance to Camille Mayer. And next we have Maddie Woodhull French riding Eddie. This is Maddie's 10th and final year at Lancers. Maddie began her riding career in our therapeutic riding program. She has since transitioned to the junior rides and has taken part in all things Lancers. She is a competitive rider who forms special bonds with the horse she rides. Maddie is looking to pursue a career working with horses after she graduates from J.L. Oakley High School this year, and the equestrian industry will be lucky to have her. I now ask Julia Nelson to please accept Maddie's musical ride limit, which she has carried for 2 years. And now we have Nisha Sodi riding Tomas. And Nisha will be passing her lance to Hillary Chang. And now we have Constance Howard Gorbett riding Scooby. This is Constance's 8th and final year at Lancers, as she will be graduating from Citadel High School this year. Constance's love of horses has pushed her to work through numerous situations where her fear of working with them seemed overwhelming. Through these experiences, she has transitioned into a courageous and effective rider who many horses appreciate as a partner. Though Constance is graduating, she plans to stay in Halifax and remain as part of the Lancers community. I now ask Alta Gallant to please accept Constance's musical ride lance, which she has carried for 3 years. And rounding up the rear, we have Ella Dicker riding Lioness. Ella is also one of our graduating riders this year. She is in her 6th and final year as a junior rider at Lancers. Ella is an incredibly conscientious horse person who has a love of learning that has pushed her to excel. Her appreciation for the minutiae that can accompany the sport has benefited her and the horses she works with. Ella will be graduating from Sacred Heart School of Halifax this year, ready for leadership. Dr. Ducey. I now ask Oliver Reed to please hold the honor of taking Ella's musical ride lance, which she has carried for 2 years. And to all of our graduating riders, I extend a most heartfelt reminder that once a Lancer, always a Lancer.
We will now be offering a brief showcase of a few of the other talents the horses of Halifax work with throughout the year. We will have a therapeutic riding demonstration, but not until the horses remind the crowd that they are all jumping horses too. Halifax Lancers has been running therapeutic riding since the 1960s. The program allows for people with varying abilities to experience the joy of riding horses alongside its many benefits for riders' physical, cognitive, and emotional development. We now have a rider from our therapeutic riding program joining us mounted on horseback. Megan Pegg was born with cerebral palsy, a condition which affects how she uses her muscles. Megan discovered the therapeutic riding as a young child and has since, with the help of horses, gained strength and control, enabling her to walk independently and live life to its fullest. Megan has now been riding horses for over 30 years as it continues to be an important pillar of her physical therapy and development. Riding has also played an important role in her emotional well-being, giving her confidence and strength in other areas of life. Megan is also an artist who has had work displayed in a number of gallery settings around Halifax. Thank you for joining us, Megan. If you love the horses of Halifax, we're selling t-shirts at the information table by the barn entrance for a cost of $20. All proceeds from shirt sales go back to the horses, maintaining our heritage stables and our programs, including therapeutic riding. We will also be accepting donations at our pony ride table and are selling raffle tickets for a beautiful quilt crafted by the New Glasgow Crazy Quilters. And just a reminder that closed-toed shoes are required to participate in the pony rides. And a final thank you to the Horses of Halifax for being with us today. You may now spend a few minutes visiting with some of the horses and riders along the fence line while we prepare for barn tours and pony rides, which will begin in 10 to 15 minutes. Please follow directions in the parking lot to take part in either of these activities.
Emotionally a lot of work then. Oh my goodness, every time. Yeah. Especially at that many people graduate. Yeah, I think the worst was when I was also wrong. And she was like, I can't do it. And I was like, me neither, girl. Like, we're both yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I know, when you do your party.